What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Flame. It's your boy Flame. Welcome back to the channel.
This is what it is. Young rich nigga. Why this is what it is. Young rich nigga.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Flamo. Welcome back to another video. How are you guys doing today? Happy New Year, everybody. It is finally 2023. We put 2022 behind us. That's in the past now. We're now looking to the future, which is this year. So, Happy New Year, guys. Hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday. With that being said, I just want to say, before we get straight into this video, I was looking at my past videos. I was like, man, I remember all the good times I had in school or like with my best friends. And I was like, you know what? Like, I just hope and I feel like this year is gonna be a good year. And I even told the people around me, I even told them, I was like, hey, this is gonna be a good year. Like, it's just something about 2023. I don't know what it is, but it feels different. I couldn't say this about 2022. 2022, I hoped it was a good year, but I ain't really have like an instinct like, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good year. But this year, I have like this instinct. I'm like, you know what? I feel like it's different this year, and I pray that everything goes good with myself, with you guys, and everyone around the world. Hope they succeed, reach any goals, whatever they got to do. But anyways, with that being said, today we going to be reacting to how Brian Daboll rebuilt the Giants in less than a year. And if you guys are new to the channel and you don't know, I am a big Giants fan. Like, growing up, I enjoyed football, but now, like, as I'm older, I understand the game. I'm more into the game, and I love football now. Like, I love football more than basketball. But yeah, so I guess the Giants, they finally reached the playoffs for the first time since 2016. That was about 6 years ago, everybody. They finally hit the playoffs, and first year under Brian Daboll, he came from the Buffalo Bills, and ever since he came, good things just been happening. So we're gonna check out this video. We're gonna check out this breakdown. We're gonna see what this guy says. So if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button for me. We have a goal for this year, 2023, and that goal is to reach 3,000 subscribers. So let's get there. Click that like button, share, whatever you guys got to do. And without further ado, let's get into this video.
The New York Giants are going to the playoffs after going 4-13 just one season ago and
last
firing
season,
Joe Judge.
And let me tell you guys too, like, we hired him. I think he was an assistant from the New England Patriots, like special teams and stuff like that. Who does a quarterback sneak on a second down? A second down. A quarterback sneak on a second down? This is what he did. That's how I knew that the team was just going down the drain under him. But ever since Brian came over from the Buffalo, it's just been different, man. Oh, and for you guys that's probably wondering what I'm holding in my hand, if you're wondering, if not, but I'm gonna just say it anyways. I'm drinking this drink. It's called Muscle Milk. It's a chocolate protein shake. It's to help with muscles and stuff like that. And no, I don't work out, but the reason why I'm drinking this is because, you know, before, like, New Year, new goals, right? So one of my goals that I want to accomplish is to just eat more better, like eat more healthier stuff, less junk. I mean, I'll still eat junk here and there, like cookies and chips and stuff like that, but I'm really trying to cut down on a lot of it because last year, it was a bad addiction. And for you guys that know, sugar's an addiction. So instead of drinking soda or drinking energy drinks, oh yeah, I stopped drinking energy drinks. Like, I completely stopped buying them because they can really kill you, you know. It's really bad for you if you drink a lot of it. And I was drinking a lot of it, so I really cut that down. I've been drinking a lot of water, and now I just started recently drinking this because this has proteins in it. So I'm not trying to gain muscle. I'm just trying to slim down and just be more healthy overall, you know. But anyways, let's get into this video.
After his second year with the team, the Giants look unrecognizable. New York is 9-6-1 and has secured a wild card spot in the postseason. Daniel Jones.
Fun fact too, guys, Barkley this season has set a career record for his rushing yards throughout the NFL. In his rookie year, I think he had like 1,200 something yards. This season, he has 1,300 yards rushing. This is not scrimmage, like all-purpose yards. All-purpose yards in his rookie year, he had 2,000. Right now, I think he has like 1,700, which is still good though. It's still good nonetheless because Barkley had a history of injuries. People were saying, "Oh, he's washed. Why you get him second overall? He's not the player he once was." But I never lost faith though. I knew he was capable of too. I knew when he's healthy, one of the best running backs in the league, hands down.
Jones is having the best season of his career.
Jones too. Yep. Let me tell you guys something about. So many people was hating that we took him 6th overall, and I'm gonna be honest. He had a solid rookie year, but after that, it's just he hasn't been playing good. The turnover's been a problem, such as fumbles, the interceptions, the lack of awareness in the pocket. Like he was just doing stupid mistakes, you know. And part of that too is because of the coaching. It's one thing for a player to perform good, and it's another thing for coaching. But when you have all that synced in together at once, unstoppable. Look at Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes, yes, nonetheless, wherever he would go, he's a great player. Yes, I get that. But at the same time, too, you need a coach to help with that, to sink in, because it's a team effort here, you know? So, look at Brady, for example. Okay, Brady's a great player, right? Brady's a great player. And the coach he had last year, Bruce Arians, I think he's like the football executive of the Buccaneers or something now. But anyways, so the defensive coordinator of last season took over as head coach this season. And look how Brady's playing now. Now, I still think Brady's a great player. It's just the coach has to sink into the player. That's all it has to do, man. That's all it is. Oh, shoot. I rewinded it.
The postseason. Saquon Barkley has been outstanding and looks like the Barkley of old. Daniel Jones is having the best season of his career.
And he's playing good, too, guys. Like, he's limited down his interceptions. He's been playing great with the people he has around. Like, he doesn't have a good receiving core. And he's putting up some decent stats. Just imagine if he had, like, the Eagles offense or the Chiefs. Bro, I'm telling you, I think Jones is a great player. If he keeps improving like this, yeah, he'll definitely be a top player, man. But nonetheless, he's solid, though. He is.
And both Barkley and Jones are likely going to get offered multi-year deals in the offseason.
Yep,
it's been a complete shock that the Giants have been so good. And if you're looking for some reason of how everything...
I'm going to be honest, too. I was kind of shocked, too. I mean, I know the moment when we hired, like, Brian... And when we hired the general manager, I had a feeling we was going to do good. I just didn't think it was going to be this soon. That's what really shocked me. When we beat the Ravens, the Packers, I was like, these Giants were never able to beat these teams before. And yeah, they gone through their struggles and stuff like that. But still, come on. Nobody was giving us our credit. And we was always the underdogs. But we found a way to make it work.
Around, look no further than Brian Daboll. Nobody expected the New York Giants to actually be good this season.
I didn't expect it either.
Didn't appear good enough to succeed, and there was still a lot to be desired from Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley hadn't looked like himself, and Brian Daboll was entering his first year as an NFL head coach. It didn't matter. The Giants were good. New York won its first 2 games of the year versus the Titans and Panthers before losing its first matchup in Week 3
it feels good to be a Giants fan,
Dallas
man.
by 7.
It feels
the Giants
so good, man.
turned around and won their next 4 to jump to 6.
Look, guys, these are not even bad teams. Look, okay, let me tell you. Chicago, yes, I think they're like 4-12 or 13 or something right there. Something like that. I know they got a bad record. But they have an offense. If Justin Fields is on there, no, he puts up points. Look, we won that game. All right? Green Bay. Look at what Green Bay's doing now. Green Bay's about to enter the wild card. We beat them. Baltimore. They're in playoffs. We beat them. Yeah, F you, Kevin. Yeah, I'm talking to you, King Kev. Yeah, I know you've seen this video. I'm talking to you. Giants Nation, not Baltimore. Anyways, and then Jacksonville is another one too. Trevor Lawrence is balling out right now, and we beat them. See, we're beating good teams, guys, but we just don't get the credit we deserve for this season. We just want the credit, man.
And 1. New York defeated Chicago, Green Bay, Baltimore, and Jacksonville over the span. A lot of people, including including myself, were very skeptical still of the Giants, even at 6-1. The Giants were winning a lot of close games, and it was hard to figure out if New York was for real or not. The Giants lost to the Seahawks.
But mind you, too, guys, we're still in our rebuilding season. Like, we're not where we fully want to be at.
To make the playoffs. New York beat Houston after the bye, but began to slip. The Giants didn't win any of their next 4 games. They lost to the Lions,
doing bad
Cowboys, were blown out by the Eagles, and tied the Commanders. That left New York at 7-5-1 and in danger of missing the postseason, but the Giants figured it out. New York downed Washington in Week 15, and after a close loss to the Vikings, defeated the Colts in Week 17 to ultimately make the playoffs for the first time since 2016.
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone.
Man,
and I don't know if you can see this, but it's called Audible.
Since the New York Giants defeated the Patriots in the Super Bowl for the second time, the Giants have only made the playoffs once. A blowout loss to the Pats in the 2016 wild card
I
round.
remember that game
Tom Coughlin
too,
was
man.
the Giants head coach for 12 years before he was forced to resign. Ben McAdoo took over and led the Giants to the postseason in 2016.
I remember
his
that.
first season as head coach.
Dang, that thing was so
but he
long
fired
ago,
in
too.
2017, and Steve Spagnuolo was the interim. New York hired Pat Shurmur, who only lasted 2 years, and then hired Joe Judge, who was also fired after 2 years. That led to the Giants looking for a new head coach this past offseason and eventually hired Brian Daboll. Daboll was a very successful offensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah,
He got his
definitely.
start in coaching
Look at
in
the Bills.
1997 and was an
They're a top
OC
team
for the
right now.
Browns, Dolphins, Chiefs, Alabama, and finally, the Bills. Daboll is one of the guys that is credited for the development of Josh Allen. He's had a lot of success. Daboll has been a part of 5 Super Bowl championships, a national championship victory, and was the assistant coach of the year in 2020. He was a decorated assistant and has already thrived turning around the Giants and, more impressively, turning Daniel Jones into a serviceable NFL quarterback. The
Yep,
New York
agreed.
Giants declined Daniel Jones's 5th-year option in April. That maybe is a decision the Giants regret now. Daniel Jones is having the best season of his career. He's thrown for a career-high 3,200 yards and has 15 touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
But then you guys are going to say, oh, he hasn't. The reason why his numbers is low of turnovers is because he doesn't throw it that much. Look, he doesn't have. Why is he going to throw it to receivers that he know he can't really rely on? He needs to have a true number one, like a Beckham. If he had a Beckham, I'm telling you, man. You just got to give credit for where it's due, everybody. You just have to.
One of the biggest differences has been his usage in the run game. He had never rushed for over 500 yards in a season. And
Yeah,
he's
been really running the ball
Jones's
great this
career
season.
high for rushing
He has.
touchdowns was 2. He has 7. His performance this season really does put the Giants in an interesting position. Jones is not a top guy in the league at all, but he's significantly better than any replacement that is out there. It was reported that the Giants are going to offer Jones and Saquon Barkley multi-year deals. It is also very possible that one of the two gets franchise tagged if a deal can't get done. I think it's the
Yeah.
right decision for New York.
Yeah, somebody's
going to
get a contract in the other franchise. I see that
But
happening
Jones
too.
should be re-signed if it's at the right price. And I don't think anybody is expecting him to get some kind of big-time contract. The Giants are in an interesting spot, but the reality is, declining his 5th-year option was the correct decision based on his first 3 seasons in the pros.
No, I
The New
agree,
York
yeah.
Giants selected Daniel Jones 6th at the 2019 NFL Draft after his time at Duke. Jones had an amazing preseason before starting his rookie season as the backup to Eli Manning. He got his first start in Week 3, and he played pretty well. He completed 23 of 36 passes for 336 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for 2 touchdowns, but fumbled twice. The Giants trailed the Bucs by 18, and New York came back, and Jones had a late game-winning drive. In a Week 16 win over Washington, Jones became the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to throw for 350 yards with 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He had a solid rookie year, throwing 24 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. However, he did lead the league in fumbles with 18.
Yeah, he
lost.
did.
He had a really rough
He was a
sophomore
turnover
slump.
machine. Like, he
also
really had a
led
problem.
the league in fumbles with 18. He also had probably the most iconic play of his career when he ran 80 yards, but lost his balance and tripped before the end zone.
Right here,
Jones
guys?
missed 2 games due to a hamstring issue and later an ankle injury. He finished the year just shy
And he
of
battled through
3,000
injuries.
yards with 11 touchdowns.
That's why they declined his option. They
He
wasn't
did end up
confident
leading
if
the
he was
league in
able to
fumbles again.
be good.
Daniel Jones only played in 11 games in 2021. He suffered a neck injury in week 12 and missed the rest of the season on injured reserve. Jones finished with 2,400 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Daniel Jones has had a great turnaround season, but
he
it
did,
hasn't been
for
better
sure.
than Saquon Barkley's. I thought Saquon was done.
man.
I really
That's my
did.
man right
Barkley
there.
was so good to start his pro career. He rushed for over 1,000 yards in each of his first 2 seasons and had a major role in the passing game in both years. His 2020 season ended very fast. He unfortunately suffered a torn ACL in week 2. We didn't see a ton of success for Barkley in the next 2 years. He returned from injury in 2021, but he didn't do anything crazy. He wasn't that good. Saquon played in 13 games.
It's
rushed
injuries,
for less
man.
than 600 yards. The Giants did still pick up his 5th-year option before the season, keeping him in New York in 2022. I think it was entirely reasonable to say that we had seen the best of Barkley, but he's been good again this season. He has that burst and ability of the old Saquon from 2018.
Yeah.
Barkley has rushed for 1,300 yards and
What'd I tell you?
surpassed his
I said
previous
1,300.
career
I
high.
told
He
you.
has 10 touchdowns on the
I
ground.
know my
and
stuff,
has rushed
man.
a career high 295 times in 16 games. It has been really, really cool to watch him return to his old form. He's been the
Definitely.
biggest part of the Giants offense for sure, and he and Daniel Jones have been the key to the Giants' surprisingly good year. I still don't love Daniel Jones. He's fine. He is 100% better than whatever the Giants' alternative is in the offseason, unless New York landed like Lamar Jackson or something. Chances
But
are
look,
the
he
Giants
could still
would be
improve, though.
worse.
That's what I'm saying. Give him a receiver. Give him a line. I'm telling you, he'll put you to work. He'll
in the
put you to
near
work.
future if Jones
Seriously.
walks. The contract situation is going to be interesting, to say the least. The Giants can easily screw this up and pay a relatively close to average quarterback.
I'm gonna be honest.
Jones
The
needs
contract that I'm honestly guessing that they're gonna offer Jones and Barkley is, I think Jones they're gonna give him probably like a 3-year deal. I don't know how much, but Barkley I think they're gonna franchise tag him. And the reason why I say that is because if they franchise tag Jones, that's like against like it's like 30-something million. But for a running back, I think this season would be like 10 or some million like that. But it'll be way cheaper than a quarterback. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna franchise tag Barkley. Barkley's gonna have another good year, and then they're gonna give him a contract after that. And then with Jones, they're gonna give him a 3-year contract, and then they're gonna see how he performs.
needs a lot
That's
of
my
help
guess,
around him
but I believe
to
it's gonna
succeed,
happen,
in
though.
my opinion. And re-signing Saquon Barkley is going to be huge too. He's been just, if not more, important to the Giants' success this season. That's going to be the real test this offseason, is how those two are managed. But the future looks pretty bright in New York. Brian Daboll is that guy. This Giants roster had no business being a playoff team, and were commonly picked to be one of the worst teams in the league preseason for a good reason. There are a lot of
no
reasons to
respect.
be excited if you're a Giants fan. Just hope New York re-signs Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, and it's not at a horrible price.
Exactly. Man, nonetheless, I'm just glad to say that I'm a Giants fan and they're exceeding expectations, and once again, they're in the playoffs. So if Jones was to be... Okay, look, let me tell you guys something. We're supposed to go against the Niners or Vikings. I don't want to go against the Niners because you see how they're looking like right now. They're going to kill us. We go against the Niners, I'm telling you right now, we're losing. We're going to lose. And I'm not doubting my team. It's just the Niners is most likely going to win that game. I mean, the Giants would be able to beat him, which would be surprising, but they don't need a miracle for that to happen. But nonetheless, they'll have a better chance against the Vikings, which that's what it's looking like right now because we almost even beat the Vikings. So if we go against the Vikings in the playoffs, which is looking like that's what's going to happen so far, I definitely think we're going to beat them. And then we'll be going to the divisional round, and who knows, maybe a Super Bowl? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, guys, it's your boy Flamo. I just want to say, hope you guys enjoyed that video, man. And remember, 2023, let's make this a good year. Not for myself, but for you guys watching too. Let's make this a good year, and for your year to remember for many years to come. Amen.